A driver has been killed in a fireball this morning after crashing his car into the gates of the Russian embassy in Romania. The man, identified locally as father's rights activist Bogdan Drăghici, rammed his sedan into the building in Bucharest at around 6 a.m. Video showed the car engulfed in flames as security personnel ran through the area. Firefighters put the fire out, but the driver died at the scene. Days earlier, Drăghici had posted a message of support for Ukraine on Facebook, branding Putin Hitler's clone and lashing out at Moscow's sadistic invasion. The Russian embassy said no employees were injured and the man had committed this act under the influence of an explosion of anti-Russian hysteria in connection with a staged provocation in the city of Bucharest. His vehicle did not enter the embassy compound, police said. Romanian broadcaster News.ro reported the driver doused himself in petrol and set himself on fire before crashing into the building. Video of the aftermath showed the car engulfed in flames as security personnel ran through the area. In a furious Facebook post 2 days ago, Drăghici wrote, "I'm Ukrainian too. Let's all be Ukrainians until this horrible war which threatens all humanity is over." The places where I was looking for souvenirs was sprayed by rockets fired by Hitler's clone. Drăghici was leader of the Father's Rights group DATA, Anti-Discrimination Alliance of All Dads. A city police statement said, "This morning, around 06:00, a car left the road and hit the fence of a diplomatic mission." The driver died and the intervention of fellow firefighters was needed to extinguish the fire manifested in the car. He was sentenced yesterday to 15 years in prison for sexually assaulting a minor, but was in the midst of an appeal. Drăghici was under judicial control and banned from leaving the country till May 26, 2022, but was able to walk free pending the outcome of his appeal. The Russian embassy said none of its employees were injured, and expressed condolences to the family of the driver. They said, "We must state with regret that whatever the motives of the driver, there is no doubt that he committed this act under the influence of an explosion of anti-Russian hysteria in connection with a staged provocation in the city of Bucharest." Russia's embassy in Bucharest told the Associated Press earlier in a telephone call that it could not yet provide any details about the incident. Romania, which shares a long land border with Ukraine, has taken in more than 600,000 refugees since Russia invaded its neighbor. Since the war started February 24, protesters have gathered outside Russia's embassy in the capital to call an end to the Russian aggression. On Tuesday, Romania ordered 10 diplomats from the embassy expelled following a string of expulsions of Russian officials across the 27-nation European Union. Romania's foreign ministry said the actions of 10 embassy workers, who have been declared persona non grata, contravene the provisions of the 1961 Vienna Convention on Diplomatic Relationships. The incident comes days after Ukraine President Volodymyr Zelensky addressed Romania's parliament Monday, when he labeled the slaying of civilians in the town of Bucharest a war crime and called for tougher sanctions against Russia. Before Zelensky's address, Romania's president of the Chamber of Deputies, Marcel Ciolăcu, said that the horrible images that emerged after Russian troops withdrew from Bucharest have overwhelmed and revolted us all. Nearly 625,000 Ukrainians have fled to Romania since Russia invaded their country on February 24, with around 80,000 still in Romania. Wednesday's incident in Bucharest comes weeks after footage emerged of a large supplies truck reversing through the gates of the Russian embassy in Dublin as people stood nearby holding placards. A man was arrested following the incident, which took place at around 1:30 p.m. on March 8 before he was taken to Rathfarnham Garda station. The scene was cordoned off and roads near the embassy remain closed. No injuries were reported after the incident in South Dublin.